if I ever made content, I didn't think that I was in front of a conference anymore. I started to just think that I was speaking to him, that he was in the room with us. He was the only one going to listen. And for me, it made me not worry so much about, the microphone in front of me or the solo episode. It helped me to think of just that one person and maybe talking with him with my heart rather than with my brain, because I can overthink and kind of it can hurt. Yeah. It can harm it. I know a listener is going through that or has gone through that, but I'm just curious with you, who do you think of on the other side? Is it nobody? Is it a person? Is it a few people? Or is it a conference of people? How do you think of the person who's listening to you right now?
Right. Lovely question, in fact. And I'll go right back to the beginning. Before I started the podcast, I was doing webinars and I recorded a webinar and my microphone was sitting on the table instead of on my lapel. And the person who recorded it said, actually, this sounds really terrible. And I said, well, I'm going to re-record it because I don't want to release that. It's one of my first webinars. So I re-recorded the whole thing without the person that I was talking to originally and just gave the talk. And then I listened back and I sounded so miserable. So I stuck a smiley face on the wall behind and I did it again and I sounded happy. So the huge problem speaking on your own is that you end up going like this and sounding more and more miserable because you're focusing on what you're saying rather than being totally cheerful, and you don't have the back and forth. And so if you've got the smiley face, which is what I was using, I was going, oh, this is fun. And the smiley face was making me feel more cheerful and it came across in my voice. So that was my initial trick. And you can't always do it. Sometimes you don't have the smiley face. And I decided just to put myself in the mindset. So I really focus on what I'm thinking. I don't have a crowd in front of me. I don't think about that, but I think, be cheerful. But that also comes from the cartoons, because with Boo-Wah, which was the blue dog, I would say, hello, everybody. Lovely to see you. It's delightful to be here. Or I could say, hello, everybody. It's delightful to be here. And it's lovely to see you. And the second one sounds so much more cheerful. And so what you learn when you're doing a cartoon, because people can't see your face, is that you have to be overly cheerful. But that overly cheerful actually helps you perform better and helps you think better. So a slight exaggeration, don't overdo it, but a slight exaggeration in over cheerfulness for me was the way that I solved that particular problem.